Floated deep, McGovern, who's got a goal in this game. Now Driggs stepped into one, and there's the goal and the energy.
Like I said, it just feels like a spark has been lit under her today. She got that early yellow card. I love that extra burst of speed that she had to save the possession. She can just turn it into a next gear, and you see her in these huddles time and time again talking to her teammates. This is a powerful shot. That's a tough one to stop because there was so much speed on that ball, and the placement was perfect by Gracie Driggs.
Well, these last few games, she has absolutely been eyed. Oh, that's a quick 1-2 as Driggs was standing in between four players. Rolls out, Georgetown recycle, back for Driggs! What a worked goal!
You just have to love the decision-making of Gracie Driggs, because I thought the quick stick shot was the right choice for Gracie Driggs there. It's been tough to get around to Danya Moyer today, and so she felt like going for that quick opportunity was the way to go. I agree with her. But then you see the second opportunity, the patience, the stick work, as she bides her time. So this is the first opportunity. It stops. She pushes the ball outside. It is recycled. She makes another good cut. Look at the patience there, working through the defense, does not allow the ball to get checked loose, sees where the goalkeeper is, goes right around her. That is the composure of Gracie Driggs.
Could you argue then once that ball went back outside, the defense just lost her all of a sudden? You saw everybody just kind of go back out to their usual position.
So I agree with that, and it's the competitive nature of Gracie Driggs. She was not happy that she was denied, so instead of hanging her head and sulking about it, she goes right back to work for the Hoyas. And that's a draw control win for Gracie Driggs.
Watch out here, nearly turned over. James Madison had that recently. Georgetown tied it, but now the Dukes have reclaimed the lead and Driggs has reclaimed the ball.
And some good patience. We've talked about that for James Madison, but I think that can be said as well for the Hoyas.
Driggs always loved to take a couple steps in. She has her hat trick.
Wow, has she been good on the afternoon. But I think these are the types of games that Gracie Driggs even ups it to another level, which I know almost feels incomprehensible because she plays at such a high level every single game. But I think today she was really ready to make a statement in this contest. She's been amped up for this game. What a first half for Gracie Driggs.
Sometimes you can tell who your elite stars are when they play against elite teams. Resets for Georgetown. Might hit off the post too.
Annie McGovern had a full head of steam.
Look at that, one-timer for Driggs.
And it's assisted by Annie McGovern. She does not give up on the offensive play. I thought Annie McGovern was going to score on that first attempt. She had that full head of steam. She was going straight to goal. She had so much power, but instead she finds Driggs, who the defense just lost her. It was a little bit of an unsettled situation after that ball ricocheted, and I think that is such great recognition by Annie McGovern that Gracie Driggs was about as open as she's been all day.
Monica, the amount of second chance goals that Georgetown have had today been a big difference maker.
It really is, and you just saw the numbers up on the screen. 4 goals so far for Gracie Driggs, and again, give Annie McGovern a lot of credit because her facilitation today within the offense has been one of the biggest storylines.
So now Georgetown with the 1-goal lead to start off the second half. Driggs went up and took it from Epke, but shovels it back. Athenas now has to work it herself.
You almost now get the sense that Shelley Clays knew she was poised to have this type of impact today.
Well, they certainly had a little bit of an inkling after that Charlotte game. As we're thinking back on that,
you do need to respect the fact that time's starting to dwindle.
Here's a good look and a wraparound shot for Gracie Driggs. 5 for her in the game today.
Certainly get the sense that Georgetown practices that, where you have those moments in practice where coaches tell you this is a late game situation, this is what the score is, this is the time on the clock, and take a look here. We told you earlier, I think that Gracie Driggs' ability to catch the ball in transition, it is just unbelievable to witness the way that she can make these difficult catches and react so quickly and capitalize for the Hoyas.
Taking the draw for Georgetown, number 2, Gracie
For Driggs,
and for James Bennett, this is number 20,
38 goals this season. And she goes back to the draw circle. And basically has to be only wins for Georgetown just about here on out.
Yeah, you don't want to give James Madison an opportunity
Georgetown goal
to run more of this
number 2,
clock.
Gracie.
McCarthy's got this. Now there is 2 minutes to go here in DC. Driggs unloads and puts in another goal.
And I'll be honest, I thought that pass was intended for Emma Gebhardt, but Gracie Driggs corrals it out of the air. And if we get another look on the replay, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. I didn't even see Gracie Driggs there. I thought that this was intended for Gebhardt, who's calling for it. And you see there, because of the height on the ball, I thought it was going to Gebhardt, but Driggs is so good with these catches and the reaction time to shoot so quickly. Perhaps she realized Maddie Epke had just scored her 6th goal and Gracie Driggs was going to match her goal for goal.
Well, the top scorers have lived up to the hype, both of them tying their season highs at 6. 16-11. This is just another case here for Georgetown, Monica, where